Yo. Apparently I'm not showing it to you, never mind. Hi. Just going for a nice casual stroll through the palace. No cause for concern here. I'm not going to make your Shogun angry at all. No, sir. We're going to have a nice, calm, pleasant conversation. Uh-huh. Hi.
The almighty Shogun has requested solitude. No visitors allowed.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a pass permit from Miko.
Don't be ridiculous. Lady Guji never gives her pass permit to another person. Not even esteemed travelers like yourselves.
Did you want to open your eyes and have a look, bruh?
Guji Ai is only authorized to hold that pass permit because of the trust that the almighty Shogun places in her, and her alone. Wait, this is authentic.
Yeah, it'd be a little difficult to forge it.
Understood. Then as the Shogun has ordered, I must not stand in your way. Apologies. Please proceed. Since the Shogun is resting at this time, please be especially respectful and make sure your behavior is impeccable.
I mean, you gotta give props to this dude. He is doing his job quite wonderfully. He is concerned about the Shogun. He's doing everything he should. Good on you, buddy. Go to Tenchukaku while we're here. Oh, she's just pacing? Okay.
Look how she's pacing back and forth. Don't you think she looks a little anxious?
I mean, I kind of think of pacing as a little faster than that, but sure. Looks like she's sashaying on a catwalk.
How did you get in?
Through the door.
Trespassers are to be eliminated at once.
Ouch.
Wait, no, it's us! Oh, why are you treating us like we're your enemies?
Because we were?
We made amends, didn't we? Also, we got in by totally legitimate means.
Yeah, I really don't think we made amends, but yes, we did. To the latter.
Denied. Use of force has been forbidden. Anyway, be gone. Do not disturb my solitude.
Is everything okay?
That is of no concern. This is my recuperation state.
What do you make of this? She's acting strange, huh?
Do puppets really need rest or relaxation? Has she ever been like this before?
This body has no need of rest. But I am an assistant to the one within. If she wishes to rest, I must follow her will.
Paimon gets it. So this is all A's doing. But why? Surely you going about your business doesn't interfere with the plane of euthymia. She's got plenty of space in there. Seems like it would be the perfect place for rest and relaxation.
I do as she wishes. I can say no more than this.
Why not put their minds at rest? Everyone's worried and wants to see you.
I cannot. In my current state, even if I went out, I could do nothing. I am currently unwilling to deal with any business. I am also incapable of it.
Then can we talk to A?
What do you mean by that?
Fuck, no remember.
It has been forbidden. Please refrain from making me talk any further.
What should we do? It feels like this conversation is going nowhere.
Are you sick?
Oh,
Is A
me
sick?
too. It's been a while. The Shogun can't do much at the moment. Come straight in and see me.
Such a different in personality. God. She's so bloody chipper. Why is she so chipper? Speak to A in the distance. In the distance? She's like 10 meters away.
That was terrifying. Would it be so hard to give us a little warning first?
It's not your first time. I don't see what there is to be so alarmed about.
So, is the Shogun broken? Are you gonna get it fixed, or...?
Don't worry. The Shogun's not broken. I've just temporarily disabled many of her functions.
Yeah, like everything except pacing.
Currently, the Shogun is unable to handle any business and cannot appear as me. So the easiest solution was to announce that I am resting.
That's what she meant by forbidden.
As I said, I need to think about Inazuma's eternity. And thinking takes time.
Yeah, well, you people don't have time. They're mortal.
But the Shogun is still running based on her old rules. I can't allow her to make any mistakes while I am working things out.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Have you?
No. she was not created to ever be turned off.
Maybe that's your problem.
Furthermore, I had even predicted at the time that I may wish to modify the Shogun's operational rules at some point in the future. However, such changes would not be conducive to eternity.
You were so strict with yourself.
That's why the Shogun has a robust system to safeguard against modification. It's also to protect against unforeseen circumstances.
I like your Electro Zen garden.
For now, while I figure out the form that eternity should take, it's more effective for me to temporarily disable some of the puppet's functions, rather than attempt to modify her rules.
It still really sounds to me exactly what I said before. You need to just step down as Shogun and just give the role to somebody else. You're in no condition to be running a country, and I really don't think you should be running a country now or ever. But, like, you can't just let it sit idle while you step off to the side and think. You need to get out of your position so somebody can fill your shoes and do what's right for the nation while you sort your shit out.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. The thunderstorm's getting out of control because some of the Shogun's functions have been disabled.
Does she know about the thunderstorm getting worse?
The thunderstorm is getting out of control.
Aha!
This is the first I've heard of it.
Huh? Okay, well, let us bring you up to speed.
You and Paimon tell. Jesus, that went
I
quickly.
see. So the thunderstorm is drawing closer.
Do you think we can fix it, please?
You can fix it, right?
It's just a minor error. This kind of thing was bound to happen. A small modification to the Shogun should fix it.
I thought you just said that she was resistant to modification. Whatever. So everyone was worked with nothing. Seems a little arbitrary.
Don't look at me like that. I've never had to tinker with the Shogun before, and she's very complicated. It's practically inevitable for something to go wrong when you start tweaking things.
Well, yeah, but, like, you don't want to fuck this up. It's pretty damn important.
Yes, that's it. I'm not making excuses. It's the truth.
At least you're aware of it.
It's fine, just as long as you can fix it is all.
Any progress in your thoughts about eternity? Oh, I doubt it if she's still thinking about it.
Not much. As before, I can see the way forward, yet there are still contradictions. But there is no urgency. To reach an ill-conceived verdict in haste, just for the sake of having reached one, would be a confusion of priorities.
I do agree with that. Come with us. Get a change of pace.
If everyone sees that the Shogun is in good health, it'll put all the speculation and rumors out there to rest. And who knows? A change of scenery might put you in a different mood and give you some fresh inspiration.
It's win-win.
You mean, leave the plane of Euthymia?
It might do everyone some good. You haven't left in a long time, I'll bet.
It's unnecessary, as far as I'm concerned. But since you're inviting me, a change of pace might well be nice.
Okay, she's receptive to good manners. Cool.
All right, then. I'll come out for a while.
What if she doesn't want to go back in?
Oh, since the theme of the day is a change of pace, you can just call me A. I'm not a great fan of rigid titles.
Could have fooled me.
What? But you're just A's consciousness, aren't you? Can consciousness actually leave this place?
I have my ways. I would never subject myself to imprisonment voluntarily.
Oh, great! Then there's nothing to worry about. Allow us to be your tour guides.
Tour guides? What's a tour guide?
Oof, she is so out of touch with reality.
Someone to show you around the Inazuma of today and give you tips on where to eat and how to have fun. All right, let's go!
I think this is going to confuse the populace of Inazuma. The Shogun just casually sitting down at that restaurant eating pizza. Oh, it'd be hilarious. So where are we meeting her? A great distance away. Go for a walk with A. Just as soon as I find her, I'll get right on that.
Is this the marketplace? It's a far cry from how I remember it.
Well, that's what happens when you lock yourself up in little demi-planes and don't see the world for a great number of years.
The stores have changed, and so have the vendors. Well, That's to be expected.
Ooh, what you need to do is introduce her to people. Ground her in people's lives, the lives of the mortals around her. And then she might change her opinion.
It's the Shogun. What is the almighty Shogun doing here?
Isn't the Shogun sick? This is quite sudden.
I appear to have frightened the people.
Well, what did you expect? The almighty Shogun makes an impromptu appearance in town? People are gonna freak out a bit.
Yeah, I called it. Doesn't the Shogun normally patrol these parts?
Patrolling the streets is the Tenryou Commission's job. The Shogun has a lot of information to process and orders to give out. She doesn't have time to deal with it herself. Additionally, the Shogun has no need of recreation. There would be no need for her to come here just to pass the time or to relax.
Well, maybe you should be putting that into her programming. Because then it would make her seem a little more, natural and realistic and alive.
So, what do we do now? Should we go away for a while and make a more low-profile return later?
No, let's just go eat.
Why? It's not like I'm here to cause trouble. Let's just relax.
It was more the ordinary people that Paimon was worried about. Never mind. This definitely seems like your style, eh?
People still use Mora in commercial transactions, I assume.
Yep, same as ever. Just as shiny and just as hypnotic. Wait a second. Hey, are you saying you don't have any more...
Bloody Archons. God
Of course
damn
I
it.
don't. There is no need for commerce in the plane of Euthymia.
I'm
If I
faster
ever
than
need
her.
something, I can simply have one of the commissions bring it to me. Wait, what do you mean, either?
Now my sister is
Anyway,
calling me. She can wait.
People seem to be behaving in a very orderly fashion. I don't see the liveliness you spoke of anywhere.
People aren't exactly gonna let their hair down in front of the almighty Shogun.
This looks really awkward the way I'm just looking at her as I walk. Looks very uncomfortable.
What is this stall selling?
Street food.
I don't believe I've ever seen this before.
Yes, she's gonna try street food at Tamaki's stall. Hell yeah. If she would just walk a little goddamn faster. Come on, A. You can do it.
What's the Shogun doing here?
Nah, he's about to have a panic attack.
What am I supposed to do in this situation? I'm so nervous.
What? How? Why am I Jean? What? How did I turn into Jean? I was Shenhe.
Shogun,
To
Excuse me.
traveler.
It's all right. Relax. I'm just here to look around. I'm having a change of pace today. Could you tell me about the items you're selling?
Of course. I've got all kinds of snacks here. Takoyaki, dango, and milk, and so on.
Will she take the dango?
Huh? Milk? Sounds kind of like the odd one out.
It might sound odd, but it is in fact my specialty.
Do you do anything with it, or is it just straight milk?
You see, many of the stores in town are already very well established. I couldn't compete with them no matter what I sell. So my idea was to create some new combinations to give customers a novel experience. For example, my latest concoction is this
Okay,
dango.
so he does do something
When
with
the
it.
dango are worked into a viscous form, they mix very nicely with the milk.
So it's just like a sweet milk.
The focus is not just the taste, but also the unique texture.
I don't know that I'd like the texture.
Oh, dango with milk. I've never heard of it. What made you want to do this?
I'm sorry, Shogun. I've got no bone to pick with eternity.
I said relax. There's no need to go treading on eggshells. Do you really think the eternity I pursue is something that can be shaken by dango and milk?
Why do I feel like she's different than I expected?
I don't want to be hearing your thoughts.
Actually, it came to me by chance. A friend was catering once and made too many dango, so they gave some to me. But there were more than I had use for. My milk wasn't selling well at that time either. Both dango and milk have a short shelf life. So I thought I'd try mixing the two as I had nothing to lose. To my surprise, in the right proportion, it tasted superb.
The taste isn't the problem. It'd be really, like, gelatinous, wouldn't it? Ugh.
A chance combination. Interesting. May I try this drink?
Oh boy, I guess I'm paying.
The almighty Shogun wants to try? Well, certainly. And you two should try it too.
Paimon, you drink the dango milk slowly.
Nice. It's sweet. The sensation is not so different from eating a dessert. A unique beverage indeed.
You know what would be cool if A could talk to Kokomi? Sorry, that's completely left of field and it has nothing to do with what's happening right now. But I was just thinking how sweet A kind of is in her likeness of sweets and on. And it just reminded me of the whole war with Kokomi. So it'd be cool if they had a chat. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, it's definitely a drink, but it also feels like eating food.
It's a little bit like porridge? But the resemblance is only superficial. Anyway, I like it.
I'm very glad you approve.
Oh, hey, buddy. Your industry is about to go through the roof if the Shogun likes it.
I imagine that an item as delicious as this dango milk must sell exceptionally well, no?
Well, I won't lie to you. Sales are very average.
Huh? So it's selling slowly? Why is that?
Because most people aren't willing to give it a try. They think it's an unusual combination. Even though everyone who's tried it before rates it highly. I'm not saying the almighty Shogun has unusual taste. Please, don't take it the wrong way.
Ah, I see. Well, that can be fixed. I'll just have the Yashiro Commission order a few hundred cups and go door to door delivering them.
That's one way to solve the problem, sure.
No, almighty Shogun. That's too much.
Is it? I just want them to try it. It would be a shame for them to miss out on dango milk.
Do you want another cup?
Oh, I would
She really likes sweet
no
food.
need. That would be needlessly indulgent.
She's adorable.
There's nothing like dessert for improving one's mood. Much more enjoyable than meditating alone all the time. By the way, Miko mentioned that she founded something called the Yai Publishing House to sell some sort of light novels.
Yeah, Miko was spot on with this lady's personality.
She's always bragging to me about it, but it's difficult for me to really imagine without seeing the place for myself. Can you take me there?
Yeah, it's just the next tier down.
Sure, let's go and have a look.
I don't even know how Jean popped out mid-cutscene. Whatever. Yeah, see, I thought we were gonna eat there. That's where I thought we were gonna eat, but the store was better. So much better than I thought.
Shogun! Almighty Shogun! What brings you to the Yai Publishing House? Do you have instructions for us?
No, not at all. Don't...
Oopsies.
Apologies. I still don't quite understand. Are you here to look into the management? Or publishing regulations? Or fire safety measures?
I think she just wants a book to read, dude.
She just wants to browse your books.
The Almighty Shogun wishes to read light novels?
Yup.
Yes. Any recommendations?
The Yai Publishing House's novels are mostly targeted at the general public, and the content is all kinds of strange. I'm not sure we have anything quite to the Almighty Shogun's
Well,
taste.
that's being assumptive, isn't it?
I'm just here to try something new. There's no fun in reading the same kind of thing over and over again. Relax. It's just words on a page, isn't it? What could I misunderstand, really?
In principle, you're absolutely right. It's just...
It'll be fine. If there's anything the Shogun doesn't understand, we'll explain it to her.
The Almighty Shogun just wants to have a look.
Well... Okay then. Please proceed to the bookshelf over there. It has all the latest bestsellers. There are some winning entries from the This Novel is Amazing competition. I've just finished compiling them into a saleable form.
So shouldn't one of these be Xingqi's book?
Don't take them too seriously. It's all just a bit of fun.
Okay. Let's go then.
Because didn't he win or place in that competition? It's been a while, guys.
Huh. How can this be? Did I underestimate the caliber of this material? I know every individual word in these books' titles. So why is it that they make no sense to me in these particular combination.
I was wondering, I don't know if this is a language thing or whether it's just like the urban slang and the way language has changed over time. She wouldn't understand the modern usage.
Take this one, for example. The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilly churl is that I only need to eat Sunsetias to become stronger. It's so long.
It's very long.
Is it true that hilly churls grow stronger from eating Sunsetias? Well, surely it should be some sort of meat, at least.
You know, I actually agree with you there.
It's just a narrative device.
Narrative device.
It's imaginary.
So it's made up? What's the point of that? Without being grounded in reality, how can the story be believable? Also, I'm fairly certain that hilly churls can't write stories. So, does this author claim to be documenting hilly churl life from an outside perspective, perhaps?
Okay, so she doesn't actually read light novels, but I'm sure we can get her into them.
Paimon's starting to understand Kuroda's reservations right about now.
Too modern, I guess.
How about we choose for you? We can pick out some novels that are easier to understand and give you the scoop.
All right, then. I believe myself to be relatively well-read, but with stories like these, I don't even know where to start. I have high hopes, though. This seems like Miko's style, so I'm sure the stories are very entertaining.
All right, leave it to us. We'll be back in a jiffy.
I already own the books from here.
Pretty tough job. Let's see what we're up against.
Pick a suitable light novel. Read a daily life romance story. The chaotic epic that is the tale of my youthful love life. This book is about the love stories between a very mediocre man and 7 beautiful women. It is a chronological account of the protagonist's daily life, featuring many amusing anecdotes. The writing is solid, the prose is elegant, and the author brilliantly brings out the unique charm of each character in the story. But the story stops at the crucial moment when the main character's childhood sweetheart is just about to confess her love to him.
The suspense is killing Paimon.
Does that mean there's a sequel?
Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon can tell this girl has loved the main character with all her heart since childhood.
Well, I hope the writer gives her a happy ending.
Right. Yeah, it's just a novel. But please let the author have a heart, please. The plot is really gripping. But would A really understand this kind of mortal romance?
I don't think so. Maybe like a more BFF situation since she has Yemiko, something that she can relate with in that sense. A martial arts story? Yeah, it's not going to work well. Life made me a fighter when I just wanted to be a writer. This book is a martial arts story set in Liyue, focusing on fighting between different gangs. The protagonist aspires only to become a humble novelist, but gets caught up in the world of gang strife because of an unparalleled martial arts ability. The selling point of this story is that the protagonist never joins any faction, but is constantly assumed to be the reclusive master of one faction or another. The martial arts pros who see the protagonist as their enemy are always making a scene. The protagonist is stuck in the middle of all this, all the while clinging tight to the dream of becoming a novelist.
What a strange person. Why would someone want to be a novelist that badly?
Hey, some of us like writing, alright, Paimon?
Someone like that could easily become the top martial arts pro in the world.
It's all about the journey.
You do have a point. And a character so determined to follow their ambition is likely to appeal to A, right?
That's true. Still a bit iffy. Reincarnation. Reincarnation, that's a form of eternity, right? Right? Shogun Almighty, reborn as Raiden with unlimited power. In this book, the protagonist is struck by lightning beneath the thunder Sakura and wakes up to discover that he has become the Raiden Shogun. Ooh, this is intriguing. Prior to this event, the protagonist is a nobody who gets bullied by everyone. But after becoming the Raiden Shogun, he acquires unlimited power! The appeal of this one probably lies in the euphoria of going from powerlessness to omnipotence, and the protagonist's inner journey to finally breaking free from their low self-esteem. I don't think A suffers from low self-esteem, you know? But it's hard to see how the story would develop after the protagonist literally becomes the Raiden Shogun.
With a premise like this, it's no wonder Kuroda was nervous about letting A look around. Paimon thinks it might be best not to bring this one up with A. We might get the author in trouble.
But it doesn't paint the Shogun in a bad light.
Well, if someone turned into Paimon and did a bunch of stuff this Paimon would never do, Paimon would feel really uncomfortable. That's all of them. Let's try
Ugh, this is not gonna go well. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Yeah, they
The looks
suck.
on your faces tell me you found some good stories.
The martial arts story is probably the only one that's gonna relate to you, unless you like the Shogun. You relate the story of life may be a fighter when I just want to be a rider today.
Goodness. Are people in Liyue really so complex these days?
Wow, are you looking down on the people in Liyue?
Even though the protagonist refuses to acknowledge his innate talents, he has a rare dedication to justice. Where is he now? Does he have plans to visit Inazuma? If so, I will instruct one of the commissioners to bring him to me on his arrival. I would very much like to spar with him.
Okay, we still haven't explained the concept of fiction to this woman.
He's a fictional character. He doesn't exist. What about the antagonist, though? Don't you have any thoughts about their part in the story?
The antagonists? You mean all the people who behaved foolishly? What can I say? They're bad people, and they all got what they deserved. End of story.
A doesn't seem interested in the supporting characters at all.
Which means she is not gonna like the love story at all.
So what do you think of Yae Publishing House's light novels, eh? Do you like the stories we picked?
What I take from these stories is not so much the content itself, but what they represent in terms of the effects of time upon Inazuma. Back when I decided to isolate myself in the plane of Euthymia, there was no Yae Publishing House, and certainly no stories of this kind. In accordance with my wishes, the Shogun did her best to create an eternal nation. A nation that, in theory, should remain entirely unchanged over time.
That'd be kind of boring, being in a place that never changes.
But the fact is that both the food and the stories have changed with time.
It's human nature to seek change.
I disagree with your point of view. That's what I would say if we were still in the plane of Euthymia.
But now she can see that that's not the case.
But the truth is right here in front of my eyes. And I can't deny it.
And that's exactly why we brought you out, to take a look around and get some fresh ideas. Sure, it's not the same as you remember, but one way or another, people are loving life in the present. That's gotta be a good thing, right?
Yet loving life in the present when they're not being killed in some big epic war between the Shogun and the Butatsumi freedom fighters. I think we've really brushed that war and that civil war under the rug a little too quickly for my liking. People died. A lot of people died and were wounded and were separated from their families and were on the run, and a lot of bad things happened. Plus, let's not even forget all the vision holders that are now fucking dead. But we're just gonna sweep it under the rug and everybody's loving life. Whatever.
Yes, you're right. I'm wary of any and all change. But I do not wish for my pursuit of eternity to stop human lives from changing for the better.
Did they just decide that, hey, the Fatui were conspiring with the Kujo and it's all their fault and we don't care about the war anymore? We forgive everybody who, took part in the war because we can just blame the bad guys? Like, there are bigger repercussions to a civil war than that.
Thank you for inviting me out.
You're welcome.
This trip has been quite eye-opening for me.
Just please don't subject me to the Shogun ever again. We're just out here to have some fun.
This may be an everyday occurrence for you, but for me, this trip has been quite an occasion.
Perhaps you need to make it more regularly then.
I've seen a lot, and it's made me think a lot. I really can't praise it highly enough. I hope I will remember it for a long time to come.
Well, why don't we take a photo? Oh god, she's not gonna know what a camera is.
Ooh, great idea! Ace had a wonderful time, and a photo is the best way to remember it.
Take a photo? Once again, I'm faced with a combination of words that makes absolutely no sense to me.
It's okay. Come with us. We'll find a scenic spot and show you what we mean.
I don't know. There's lots of sakura trees here. I think that's pretty bloody scenic. Are you two still going on about this? Ability to stop time? Dude, stop giving your characters extra abilities. Yeah, told you. Under a sakura.